The Girl Stolen. Chapter. Time to act. For the 1000th time, Shelley had felt her face was watching, tiny motions that Griffin wouldn't take. But now it has finally come. It is the morning. They decided to act. In the afternoon and the evening had been dragged by. These 3 men had to stay apart from the house, plotting and presuming they are another part of voices slowly for her to hear. Griffin had the most stayed with her, leaving only once to get something for her to eat. Shelley was proud. Shelley was hoping that her parents would find her. And Shelley still remembers the promise that she had with Griffin to not say any of their names. The plan is they will escape through road. They'll immediately find help through the jungle and then hopefully get to the freeway. After that, Griffin's family will escape to Mexico by car. But it didn't really matter to her dad. It didn't follow the rules, no matter what JT and Shelley must have attacked her. He climbed on the bed and pinched the wrist against the wall to a piercing ear. Are you a virgin, Shelley, aren't you? Maybe it's because you're becoming a real woman. Maybe you should let a little love in before it's too late. She's too frightened. She is too shaken violently. And she shakes with connection with JT's nose. He is pain. He can hear the voice. He can hear the ostling. And where are you going? You won't get any love. There's something. They never talk about getting it into heaven, do they, baby? Let JT gives you some sweet memories to take you from the grave. Next page. Somehow, Shelley muttered her way through, muting to ignore. Griffin stormed in and yelled at JT. Leave her alone, Griffin said. But saving her from a rapist is just one thing. Stepping up to Roy, told JT or Jumbo and take her to a ride is another. He would define the men, include her father, to save her. When saving her would make it much more likely to be caught. But it's not easier for Griffin to pretend himself that he's not really letting her go. Sure, these men might get caught and get sent to jail, but she doesn't want Griffin to go to jail. And if one of them gets caught by the police, Griffin will also have to go to jail. These men has left several hours earlier, getting into a position, making sure her dad follows the rules. If they don't come back to the house for something forgotten, they will have done it by now. It was time to act. Slipping her hand into the pocket, Shelley pulled out a piece of glass. Slowly, she crawled to the end of the bed. Griffin snorted. Griffin shifted, but the breathing resumed regular rhythm. She slid her feet under the window, stroked her lunge, raised her about to breathe except the tiny mite that will give her away. When she painted it by taking a step into the empty air, there was no turning back. If Griffin woke up, he would have been tried to stop her. Griffin's pierced glass tighter. Shelley held her breath and listened, and deeply asleep, inhaling audibly every few seconds. Her hand tiptoed across the floor, testing each step. Putting her hand in the doorknob, she found the door, but it's not closed. It's a tiny thing. It's locked. She trained her finger down to the hall until she reached the dining room, where the Tinky and the way she knows where the table is. In the living room, it was a rough wooden table. Shelley found what she was looking for. Her fingers traced the shape of a supply picture, a big silver wrench, heavy, but she took the pieces of glass out of her pocket. Then he picked up the wrench and whacked into the palm. If Griffin hit him hard enough, she could knock him unconscious. If she hit Griffin hard enough, and if she didn't, she might wake up, might chase her down, might even kill her. Shelley could feel her heart speeding up, her breath quickening, and her speed, her response, and learn of biology. Her turned a walk down the hall. Outside the doorway, she stopped and listened. Griffin, are you watching me? Nothing. Sound deep, even breathing. She dragged her tiptoe around the clock. Griffin, in the wrench of both hands, raised it overhead like a man splitting a rug, as Shelley wrenched in a terrible deceit. Sorry guys, this is a little bit short. It's one chapter. If I don't do just one chapter at a time, it will mess up your schedule. So sorry, it's only gonna be 7 minutes. Like and subscribe